Hey guys, welcome to another lesson in this digital marketing mastery course. Now I will tell you something. Traditional marketing is dying. It is becoming less and less effective to run traditional marketing, and the solution is content marketing. And in today's video, we'll be talking all about content marketing. So let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to the Digital Marketing Mastery course, and today's topic is content marketing. Especially from the last few years, content marketing specifically has gained a lot of popularity. But I've seen that majority of the people don't really understand what content marketing is, or they just think that content marketing is a different kind of advertisement. But content marketing is quite different from the traditional form of marketing. Like you have already seen our videos on Facebook ads and Google ads. In the paid media channels, you are directly showing your advertisements towards your target customers, and then you are driving those people to your landing pages or to your web pages where you are selling them something. But when it comes to content marketing, the process is slightly different. Instead of directly driving the customers to your product, you first provide value, and rather a lot of value to the customer. So just like every other video in this free course, we will be showing you content marketing through various examples and case studies so that you can understand it better. So let's start with basic. What is content marketing? Content marketing is a strategic marketing approach focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. So these three words are extremely important: valuable, relevant, and consistent content. Like any other marketing strategy, you need to be relevant to the audience. For example, let's say if you're selling guitar, but if you're showing your advertisements or if you're showing your content to an audience who is more interested in cat food or like yoga, then definitely no one will buy your product. So your content needs to be relevant, it needs to be valuable. In what sense? That the quality of the content must be really high, and it needs to be consistent. The attention span of people are decreasing year by year. Because of so many distractions with mobile phones, with tablets, with laptops, and continuous notification, it's very hard to keep the attention of a customer, or rather a prospective customer. So you'll have to produce high quality content that is relevant, and that too on a consistent basis, so that your customers can create a bond with your content, or rather a bond with your business, or you if you're an independent influencer. Let's take the example of YouTube. YouTube is also a place where people are producing content. So YouTube is also a channel of content marketing. So let's say if your favorite YouTuber stops posting videos, then you might wait for the videos for, let's say, a month or a two, but after a couple of months, you'll just lose the interest and you'll move to the next best thing, right? Similarly, this is where the consistency is extremely important. So this is why you need to provide high quality, relevant content, that too on a consistent basis, to your audience in order to keep their attention. So when we talk about content marketing, the strategy is divided into two parts. First of all is the content, and second is the distribution of that content. Let me take my own example and explain content marketing to you. My goal is to provide digital marketing services to various businesses. So this is why I have created this free digital marketing course. Out of hundreds and thousands of people who are taking this free course, few of them will contact me and hire me for their business, for their marketing needs. So this is where I'll be making money. So by providing this free course, I will be getting few specific leads who might require more personalized services, and hence they will then be hiring me for the paid plans. So this is where content marketing is coming into place. By providing this free content, by providing these free video courses, by also providing my free comprehensive YouTube videos, by creating a community on our Facebook group, by providing posts and images and videos and live sessions on Instagram. All this is content that I'm giving to my audience for free so that I can get those consulting leads. So just like for me, where my end goal is to get the consulting leads, similarly for different businesses, content marketing may have different goals. Let's take the case of Travel Triangle here. So it's a website where you can buy travel packages. So their ultimate goal was to rank all their articles on Google. Their ultimate goal was to drive traffic to their website and then convert those people into paying customers. So this is why their main focus was on SEO, which is search engine optimization. So when we are talking about content marketing, we are not just focusing on one single area of marketing. Rather, we first need to understand where our target consumers are and then optimize our strategy. Like in the case of Travel Triangle, they knew that majority of their customers will be coming from Google search engine. Like look at their articles. Tourist places in Delhi, best places to visit in Kerala, places to visit in India. So anyone who is thinking of going to a particular place, majority of the people have the tendency to first research about the place. So what will they search for? Either they'll search for best places to visit in the XYZ place, wherever they're going, or they might be looking for the various tourist places. So these are the keywords they are targeting. Like look at this particular article that is driving 20,000 of organic traffic. So places to visit in Delhi, tourist places in Delhi. So anyone searching for these keywords is a prospective customer for Travel Triangle. That is why they have an article written for this. Similarly, they have written all the articles for all the search queries which might have a purchase intent in terms of tourist space. So that is why they have been able to drive 1.6 million of organic traffic, and that is just an estimate. The actual traffic may be much more higher. Like let's see the traffic here on SimilarWeb. So that's a 3.1 million of overall traffic, and see, majority of the traffic is coming from search engine optimization. So for them, content marketing is primarily focused more on the search engine optimization. Like for me, where I'm doing this free course, for me, the content marketing is more focused on providing value. Like for me, I don't have my articles ranking on Google. So for me, my goal is to provide free content by driving people from various paid channels like Facebook, LinkedIn, Quora, etc., and then getting them into my own funnel of providing free value first, and then out of the thousands of people who sign up, few of them might take my consulting leads. So when we are talking about content marketing, as I mentioned earlier as well, the content needs to be high quality. So valuable content is much more influential compared to a very mediocre content. And also when the competition is so fierce, everyone is moving towards the online marketing channel. So you will see that you are not the only one who's trying to grab the attention of your prospective customer. You also have many different businesses or many different people competing for the same people and for their same attention. So in order to stand out, you need to give a lot of value, and that too in a way that is easily comprehensible, that looks good, like it has a lot of images. Video is something that is coming very strong in 2019, and I'm really sure that even in the coming years, video is something that you need to focus on. That is the reason of our exponential rise of YouTube, and even Instagram is coming with live stories. And so video is something that you need to focus on. The whole idea of content marketing lies in this very important human psychology of reciprocity. That if you give something for free, if you give a lot of value, then people have this tendency, or they feel that they need to give back. So when you provide all this value, like in my case, when I'm giving all these free YouTube videos, I'm giving a free video course, I'm helping them, I'm solving all the doubts of all the people on our Facebook group by going live. So I'm sharing my 7+ years of experience of digital marketing with these new people. So in a way, I'm creating a bond with this audience. So when you give so much value for free, people start trusting you. So now you'll be thinking now you must be thinking what kind of content marketing strategy that you can put in your business. So now you might be thinking like what kind of content you can create for your content marketing efforts, right? So here I've listed a different kind of content that you can create and promote for your content marketing efforts. So the most popular type of content that you must have seen in all over the viral website is the listicle article, like top 10 tips to top 10 tips to lose weight, like top 7 ways to make money online, hashtag number 3 will shock you. So this is more like a clickbaity headline. The second type is interviews. You can find the experts in your industry, take the interview, and then you can promote the interview. You can create case studies. Case studies is something that has a massive potential of going viral. Especially, I'll take the example of online marketing niche. Let's say I have a website and I was able to grow it to, let's say, like 1 million plus visitors, and out of that 90% organic visitors in, let's say, like 12 months. Then I can write a comprehensive guide like how I grew my website from 0 to 1 million plus visitors in 14 months. And then I can include everything, all the struggles that I had, all the expenses that I had, all the learnings that I made in this 14-month period. So this is something that everyone would want to hear. So this is something that everyone would want to read. So case studies are something extremely important. If you can promote them well, then you can really get a massive viral effect. Infographics are something that really blew up in 2017 and 18, although their effect is somewhat decreasing by the years, but still in 2019 and in at least in 2020, infographics is something that you can definitely focus on. And not just the basic infographic, you can even go one step ahead and create animated infographics. So these have the potential of going viral and also generating a lot of backlinks to your website. Like in this case, this particular example here, how a car engine works, the article that actually for which this infographic was created, just because of this animated infographics, they were able to drive 1000 plus referring domains for that particular article. So that's a huge amount of backlinks. So this article alone must have increased their organic traffic by at least 10 to 20 fold. So you can think of creating an animated infographic for your content marketing efforts as well. Similarly, you can create how-to type articles. So humor is also something that has the potential of going viral. How-to articles are is more like a saturated field, so you won't get much of the traction through that. But humor is something that can drive virality into your content. You can create checklist, worksheet for your audience, any kind of checklist that can help your audience or make their job easier. Like in my case, I really believe in SEO and search engine optimization, and that is why I created a SEO audit checklist. And I am giving it away for free in my YouTube videos because I know that SEO is something that is kind of complex, and SEO audit in particular is a more complicated field. So by giving a checklist to my audience, it makes their job much more easier. Similarly, you can create a review or a comparison. Let's say you're a SaaS business and you have multiple competitors. Then you can write an article why your software is better than your competitor. So because people tend to search this as well. Like if your software is A and so let's take the example of Ahref and SEMrush. Both are used for backlink analysis and SEO efforts. So you'll see that people are searching for Ahref versus SEMrush or SEMrush versus Ahref. So by targeting this keyword query, these are the people who are in the last stage of buying. So they have already made up their mind that they will be buying either Ahref or SEMrush. So they're just checking which one has the better option. So by targeting or writing an article, or rather a very comprehensive article stating why your software is better than your competitor, stories are something that can really help create a strong bond with your audience if your story is compelling and also your copywriting is good. Ultimate guides were really popular in 2017 and 18, especially Neil Patel was writing a lot of ultimate guides. Ultimate guide is nothing but writing a very detailed, comprehensive, step-by-step, easy to understand article on one of the most popular topic of your blog. Just by searching the keyword ultimate guide, you'll see that there are so many ultimate guides on the internet. So there's Neil Patel creating ultimate guides and using them to build your marketing list. See, even the second title is Please No More Ultimate Guides, because in 2017, Ultimate Guides was the trend. Everyone was writing 5,000 word, 10,000 word, or even 15,000 words ultimate guide on their main topic. Like the ultimate guide to remarkable content. Let's see any of the article here. See the quality of article here, the way they have written the article, the navigation here. So the TOS here is in the form of this bullet point. You can easily navigate to any part of the article. They have images, they have these beautiful graphs. The formatting is really nice. The color scheme is really nice. So to write this content, I'm sure they must have spent almost a week or a month just for the creation of this article. So this is the power of content marketing. See the exit pop-up here. That's a very smart strategy. So look at the quality of this article, how detailed it is, how beautiful it is. This is why content marketing is something that is extremely difficult to do as an individual. You need a team behind it because it requires a lot of effort. In writing articles is not easy, especially when you're writing an ultimate guide like this, which requires at least 10,000 words, and that is just the textual part. You also need to review it, you have to make graphics related to that, you need to make it look nice, and then you have to promote it as well. As I told you earlier as well that content marketing is two parts. First creating the content, and then it's about promotion of the content. And both takes 50% of the effort. So next, the videos and the podcast. Videos is something that I just mentioned that it is growing like crazy. Even for me, I could have created a text-based free digital marketing course, but I created a video-based digital marketing course. It took me a lot more time, a lot more effort to create this video content, then to get it edited, transcribe it, add to the funnel and all. But I know that video is something that will create a 10 times more effect compared to a text content. That's why I went for video. Especially you'll see in my YouTube videos as well, I focus a lot on my quality. So the transitions, the camera, the lens that I use, the sound equipment I use, the script that I use, the video editing, and also the promotion of the YouTube videos, because I know that YouTube is something that will drive a lot of revenue for my business as well. Now, podcast is something that is not too popular in India, but specifically in US, podcast is more like a saturated industry where people love listening to podcasts. And majority of the audience are listening to podcasts either when they are driving or when they are in the gym or when they are doing their house chores. But in India, it's in very nascent stage, and even people who are actually doing some podcasts, they are doing more kind of a video podcast because YouTube is more popular in India. But my prediction is that by 2020 or maybe the end of 2020, podcast is something that will definitely grow. So that is something that you can really cash on this trend and start it early, because all the people who are early in a very growing trend, they tend to benefit the most. Last is book. Writing a book is something that is still relevant. It might not be as effective, but it still gives you authority. Whenever you have a book written, and if it's a bestseller, then you can write it in your description, as you can write it in your bio, And this just gives people a tendency of looking at you with an authority, because writing a book somehow makes people look at you in the form of, okay, this person might be an authority in this niche, that's why they have written the book. You can do something like this as well. Even my plan by the end of this year 2019 is to write, publish, and make one of my book a bestseller. So you'll see my journey here on the same Facebook group and on my YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed or if you're not part of the Facebook group, do join them. So content marketing is more like three-stage process. So first is the planning. You have to plan, you have to select what kind of content to write, research about it, resources and all. Secondly is to publish the content. And third is the marketing and promotion of the content. So the first step is definitely making an editorial content. The first step is definitely making an editorial calendar. As I said, that content marketing is something that you cannot do alone, or if you're doing it alone, it will take much more time. So for either you can create an editorial calendar in your Google Calendar, or if you want more simplicity, then you can go for Trello or Asana. Asana is a more advanced project management tool, but if you want something free, then you can go for Trello. Even Asana gives free trial for I think up to 3 to 4 members. I'm not sure, but Trello is definitely free. Even I use Trello for my team management and assigning tasks to all my freelancers and all. So you can do this. It's an amazing software. Definitely must try. And second is to plan what kind of content you want to write. Like I gave you the example of Travel Triangle. They were not the first in the industry to come up with the travel booking. There are so many competitors like Make My Trip and other websites like Yatra.com. So what did they do different? Honestly, they didn't do much different. All they did was looked at their competitor like Make My Trip and Yatra.com, and they saw an opportunity. And the opportunity was that majority of the traffic, even for these different companies like Make My Trip or Yatra, was coming from search engine optimization. So they checked, they looked, and they knew that their power of driving customers will be content marketing, and that will be SEO, search engine optimization. So for them, the main promotion channel was search engine optimization. So they hired a lot of content writers and content editors for proofreading and checking the quality of the content. They wrote a lot of articles and built a lot of backlinks, and hence they are today driving a lot of traffic. You just saw 3.1 million of traffic, and majority of that coming from search engine optimization, and now they are making good money. And the best part about search engine traffic is that it is free, so their customer acquisition cost is zero. All the revenue they make, apart from the cost like the operational cost, everything is profit, because their marketing cost is zero. So the way they made themselves different was by writing content that was much more higher quality compared to their competitors. So their content is very well formatted. Look at their content. They have proper bullet points. They have proper formatting. They have beautiful images. And look at how they have bolded some of the words, italics, bolds. And they've also mentioned entry fee, opening hours. So all the information that a person might be looking for. And in between the content, they are promoting their different travel packages. They also have this right pop-up where we can enter our detail, and I think someone from their department will call us and get the travel booking. See how beautiful the content is, how simple and how elegant the content is. And also they have keyword optimized. They have followed all the SEO practices, like a very long content. I think it is definitely 3 to 4,000 word plus, and they have covered all the checkpoint of good on-page SEO. And since their content quality is really high, so they must have already made a lot of backlinks for this article as well. So this is how Travel Triangle was doing it. So this is what you can do for your business as well. So this is what you need to do for your content marketing effort as well. First, you need to finalize what kind of content or where your customer is. So if your customer is more coming from the search engines, you need to focus on SEO. So this is where good quality content, very comprehensive content will come. But if you think that most of your customer is more on the Facebook or social side, then you can create more viral kind of content. Not very informational, but rather trend listicle articles will really work on social media. So this is where I cannot give you a direct checklist. Rather, you'll have to search your competitors. You'll have to know what kind of content they are writing. For this, you can use various softwares like Ahref, Moz, and BuzzSumo. BuzzSumo is my personal favorite for social media and all, for the sharing capability, to see which content got shared the most. Ahref for SEO, and Moz also for SEO. For creating the content, either you can write it yourself, but that will take a lot of time. But like for me, I hire my content writers. I have some really good content writers. I pay them well as well. So all I have to do is give them the guidelines, what kind of content I'm looking for. So they do all the research. And since these are experienced content writers, they know what I'm looking for. They have already worked with me. So they give almost like a 90% final work. Then I have a content editor who looks at the work, gives them feedback if there is correction needed to be done, and we get the final content. And then I also have one person who is responsible for creating the images, adding the images, and publishing the final article. And before publishing, then I have one more person who does the SEO of the article, like adding the keywords, adding the alt tags, making the content look good, the formatting and all, making sure of all the other on-page SEO tactics. And then finally the content is published, and then our marketing team takes the content URL and promotes it as much as possible on Facebook, social media, paid ads, YouTube, so all the relevant channels where the content audience might be. Even after publishing, the work is not done. You also need to track and analyze the data. What was the result of your content marketing effort? How many customers you actually converted into paying customers? Did your content marketing effort give you positive results or not? The content quality is extremely important because there's a lot of competition already in the market. So if your content quality is inferior, no one will stick to your content and they'll just move on to the different competitor. So make sure your content has a lot of images, a lot of videos. Videos is something that you can embed in your content because you're getting a lot of engagement on video. You can Formatting is another important factor. I just showed you the example of Travel Triangle. They had proper formatting, italics, bolds, bullet points. So that is how you make your content look good and also keep the audience engaged. And another very important point is that you have to make sure that your content is mobile optimized, because people tend to forget about this, that around 70 to 80% of your audience are using mobile to access your content. So if your article doesn't look good on the mobile, then definitely your content won't be sticky, and people will just click the back button. Content length is again an important factor, not just for the content marketing, but for your SEO effort as well. The longer the content, the better it will be for your SEO effort. But as I mentioned in my YouTube videos as well, that SEO is not about writing big content, but also about writing quality content. So not just the length of the content, but as well as the quality of the content must be very high. Another important area, especially for the content marketing, is the headline extremely crucial. So your headline needs to be clickbaity, but at the same time doesn't bring out the negative emotion of clickbaity. So let's say if you're writing like top 10 tips of losing weight, number 3 will blow your mind. So make sure your number 3 tip is definitely something which is out of the norm. It must be backed by research. It is something that people don't usually think about, but generate some kind of positive emotion from the people. Or otherwise, people will just associate your brand with clickbaity headlines. See, writing a headline is an art. It is something that you cannot learn within few hours. So you'll have to practice it a lot. Especially like in my case, in my content marketing strategy, what we do is before writing the article, we make sure we write around 5 to 7 different headlines. And when we are promoting it, we are actively testing the headline, which one is giving the most engagement. And then we stick to the final headline, which gave us the best engagement. And for creating beautiful images, and also you can look at the various headlines of websites like Scoop or BuzzFeed for some inspiration, because these websites are social websites. So for them, headline is an extremely important area. And also you can use this free tool of coschedule.com headline analyzer. You can paste in your headline and this will give you a score based on the kind of headline you have. So you can use this as well. And for creating beautiful graphics for your website or even for your social media, you don't need to learn Photoshop. Like even for me, all my designs, be it Facebook ads, be it my Instagram post, or even my blog featured images, everything is created in this free tool called canva.com. I'm not paying anything for this. It's very easy to use, simple to use, it's free of cost, and also it has sharing capability. So you can even create a team, just like Google Sheets, where multiple people can work on the same design and it will be real-time updated. Honestly, this is the best website, and this is why it's extremely popular. You'll see that 88 million people are using it. And the best part is the website is free. Who doesn't like free, right? So all my Facebook graphics, my website articles, and everything is created here on canva.com. You can use this as well. Like I mentioned, outsourcing most of the jobs is something that comes with experience. Like I'm in the digital marketing field for 7+ years, so I know where good freelancers are, be it any kind of work, like be it video editing or content writing. And already I have a huge team of freelancers who are already tested with the quality of their work. So I already have freelancer for every kind of work that I need on a day-to-day basis. But if you're just starting out, then you can go for iWriter or Textbook for content requirement. There are some good writers, but then again, you need a content editor as well, or you can do it yourself to check the quality of the content. But my best tip for you will be that if you're doing content marketing, you already know that it's something that is time consuming. So you'll need to use all the tools, you'll need to streamline your efforts so that you get the maximum benefit in minimum time. So make sure you use all the tools, outsource the work as much as possible, and not just create and publish. You also have to market the content and also track and analyze the results. Now, pre-promotion is something that you can incorporate in your overall marketing strategy. But then again, this will add to the workload, but it will definitely give positive results if you are doing it. So what is pre-promotion? So pre-promotion is all about finding promotion partners. So let's say if you're writing an article about, let's say 10 best places to visit in Thailand. Okay, so then what you can do is write a and if you're planning to write it, a very comprehensive guide covering everything, all the information, beautiful graphics, beautiful formatting. So what you can do is make a list of all the travel influencers who have covered Thailand and they already have a good following. Let's say if someone is popular on YouTube, or let's say if someone has a blog who is very popular. So make a list or maybe a Google sheet of all these influencers along with their contact details. The primary contact detail that I focus on is the email ID. So what I'll do is I'll mention these people, or maybe I'll use some of their images and credit them in the article, or maybe I'll use some of their quotes or just mention them in any other way in my article. And then before publishing the article, I'll just email them that, yeah, I'm trying, or maybe I'm thinking of publishing this great piece. And I've also mentioned you in my article. So what are your comments or maybe any feedback for the article before you publish? And they'll be happy to, not all of them, but definitely a few of them will be happy to give you feedback. And if they even like the article, they might even share the article when you publish it. So all this will be possible if you do the pre-promotion. And not just this, you'll also be creating bond with these influencers. So you will be in their radar, and this will also give you credibility if a good influencer is sharing your content. So this is something that you can incorporate. And for the email outreach, you can use any other software like Ninja Outreach. I personally use Ninja Outreach. You can check all the tools that I use for my content marketing effort as well in my AnkurAgarwal.in blogging tools area, or you can click here in the My Tools section. So here you'll see all the various tools I use like Ahref for SEO, and Ninja Outreach is what I use for the pre-promotion and all my email outreach. Not just for pre-promotion, even for my SEO outreach, for guest post and link building, I use Ninja Outreach. And G Suite is something I use for my professional email address and also for my Google Sheets. Buffer is another thing that you can use for after promotion of your content. Now you already know, and I've already covered most of the type of traffic in my previous videos, like organic traffic, direct traffic. Organic traffic is traffic coming from search engine. Direct traffic is traffic coming directly to your website, or maybe the type in traffic. Like if someone enters the name AnkurAgarwal.in in the browser, then that will become a direct traffic to my website. Paid traffic is any traffic that is coming from media buy, like Facebook ads, Google ads, LinkedIn ads, etc., etc. Email marketing traffic, one of my favorite channel, is another traffic that is coming from your email list. I use Drip for my email broadcast. Social media traffic coming from your social media, be it Facebook group, be it Facebook page, Twitter, etc. And referral traffic is any traffic coming from any other source, like a guest post on any other website, or a link on any other article, or maybe Reddit, etc. Now, promotion and outreach is extremely important. Now you have spent weeks on creating this beautiful content, but if you don't promote or if you don't outreach, all your efforts will go in vain. Just I mentioned earlier, it's a 50-50 split. The more time you spend on creating the content, even more time will have to be spent on promoting and outreaching for that content. So make sure you share the content multiple times. Then again, you can use the tool like buffer.com, as I mentioned in my blogging tools list, for schedule, or you can schedule the content multiple times on your various social medias. Also, the people you mentioned in your article, like I told you in the pre-promotion list, you can even contact them or ask them for the share if they like the content. And if you already have a Facebook page, then you can share the article in the Facebook page, and also spend some money in boosting the page, because the Facebook organic reach is slowly dying out. So Facebook is not showing your content to even the people who like your page. So you need to boost the content on your page in order to reach all the people who like your content. Or even you can run paid ads on all the relevant audience. Let's say if you're writing an article about Thailand, so maybe you can target people who are interested in traveling, or people who have just been to Thailand. So you can target people who are interested in traveling, and then see the response there. So it's all about spending a lot of time in promotion and outreach, especially when the article is published, in order to get it viral. And not just the paid ads and the social media boost, but you make sure your article is on page SEO optimized as well. Because if your article does go viral, or if you're able to build high quality backlinks for your article, then it will also giving you boost in the Google search engine ranking. So make sure you first select the keywords as well. So for selecting the keywords, you can already use Ahref. I've already covered everything in detail in my SEO videos, be it on-page and off-page video. Like if you're writing an article on, let's say, tourist places in Delhi. So what you can do is you can search on Google. You can see that the first article is Travel Triangles article. Just open the article, copy the URL, go to Ahref, enter the URL here and press enter. This is the list of all the keywords that this article is ranking for. So make sure if you are writing an article on tourist places in Delhi, so you also optimize your article for all these keywords. So check our on-page SEO video again if you want to learn more about this. So by optimizing your article for SEO as well, you also increases its chances for long-term traffic. So if your article, if you have spent so much time in creating this valuable content, and if it also ranks on Google, so instead of the instant burst of traffic, you'll also be getting a long-term traffic because your article will rank on the number 2 or number 3 or even number 1 position for your target keyword, depending on the competition. Now, email is something that is specifically in India is ignored a lot, but honestly, email is something that has been giving me the maximum revenue for my business. And email is the best channel to contact influencer and also get a reply. And if you're not building an email list for your website, then trust me, you're losing out on a big chunk of revenue. Now, email is something that is not very popular in India, but honestly, email is driving me the maximum revenue. When you're talking about the promotion aspect of the content marketing, email will play a very important role. So if you already have an email list, you can directly email all your people and ask them to check out your article. And these people are highly likely to check your article because they are already engaged with your brand. They've already given you your email ID. So they've already given you the permission to email them. So they are more likely to click on the link and check your article and even share the article with their friends and all. So for email marketing, I'm using drip.co. So for my email marketing, I'm using Drip software. You can check all the tools that I use for my digital marketing efforts by going to the My Tools section here, or ankuragarwal.in/blogging tools. And for email marketing, I'm using Drip. But if you're a beginner, you can even use Aweber. You can click any of the link here and try the software for free. And for my email outreach, I use this amazing software called Ninja Outreach. It makes the email outreach process so simple. And this is an amazing software, not just for email outreach, for building, but for also building high quality backlink. Now, repurposing the content is another smart strategy that you should incorporate in your content marketing effort. So let's say if you're spending a lot of time in creating this epic guide, this beautiful content, then why not take the maximum potential out of this article, right? Let's take the example of this particular article, The Ultimate Guide to Starting an Online Business. Now this article is beautiful, it's well written, it's properly formatted, and I'm sure the person who has written it must have spent a lot of money in promoting this article. So how can you extract the maximum benefit out of this article? So what he can do is, he can take the best part out of this article and create it into a video and then upload it into the YouTube channel. Or he can even take the best part and add it to the Instagram Live or Instagram story. So this way, using the same content on various different mediums, this is what repurposing is. So you can repurpose your content in multiple ways. You can use it as guest posts, you can create videos, you can create PowerPoint presentation. So by using the same content on various different platforms, you are targeting various different audience. Not everyone wants to read text. Some people might be more interested in video. So you can create a video and target that audience. So what type of traffic to focus on? So there are two different areas, organic traffic versus the paid traffic. Both have different pros and cons. So like when you're focusing on organic traffic, the results are very late. So you cannot expect instant rankings. You cannot expect your article to rank on number 1 position within few days. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, and also it takes a lot of knowledge to rank your article. But then again, the traffic that will be coming to your website after your article ranks will be free of cost, and that too very targeted traffic. So organic traffic should be a long-term strategy, and paid traffic should be your short-term strategy when you want instant boost or instant relevant prospective customers to your articles or to your content marketing efforts. With paid ads, you also have to spend a lot of money to drive those people to your content, but the results are more instantaneous. Another drawback of organic traffic is that even if your article is ranking, but let's say if a Google algorithmic update comes, all your traffic can go to vain, all your rankings might just disappear instantaneously if your website is penalized. So my advice for you will be to keep 70% of your budget devoted to the SEO, that is the search engine optimization, so that you are continuously focusing on the long-term view, at the same time keeping 30% of your budget on the digital marketing, at the same time keeping 30% of your budget in the paid ads channel like the Facebook, Google ads or LinkedIn ads, wherever your customer is, so that you can also get the instant ROI of the product. So here are a few different tactics that you can use to drive highly targeted traffic. You can use guest posting, you can share it on various Facebook groups. If you already have a Facebook group, you can drive customers through that. But even if you don't have a group, you can be part of the various communities or the various different groups who are in your industry and be an active participant in that. Don't just go and spam your link there. Rather be an active voice in the community, help others. Only then will other people also be checking your article, sharing your content, or even give any consideration to your content. You can even run Facebook ads, Twitter ads, you can republish, reformat, or you can repurpose the content. Retargeting is also something that you can definitely do. I've already covered retargeting in the Facebook ad section, because these people are already interested or they already have seen your content or any kind of content in any way or form. So they are more likely to check your articles again. And this is the final step. This is another very important step. Let's say if you have spent all the money, all the time in creating this beautiful content and even market it, but if you're not checking the stats, if you're not checking your numbers, if you're not making a positive income out of it, then all content marketing efforts are going to wane, right? So you have to check your numbers. You need to know your numbers are. Like, I'll give you my example. Let's say if I'm driving people to my income report here of January 2019, you'll see a call to action here like join my free digital marketing course. Similar call to actions are throughout this article for asking people to join my free digital marketing course, like here, and even at the bottom of this article, join my free digital marketing course. So let's say if 100 people come onto this article, then I can check in my Google Analytics how many people actually clicked on this link and went to this particular landing page, AnkurAgarwal.in free digital marketing course, and how many of them actually subscribe. So if I cannot track these numbers, I won't be able to judge what is the result of my content marketing campaign. So whatever your business goal is, even if you're an e-commerce company, your ultimate goal is to make multiple sales of your product. So let's say if you're selling leather jacket and you write a comprehensive guide on how to select a perfect leather jacket, then what you can do is, by giving a lot of value to all the people, showing the different kinds of leather jacket, how to buy them, tips and tricks on buying them, you can also incorporate various call to action asking people to buy your own leather jackets. Then you can see out of 100 people who are coming onto the article, how many of them are actually going and buying your leather jacket. So this is how where the content marketing comes into play. You need to know your numbers, otherwise all your effort will go into vain. Now this is a very important and a very common question asked to me, like how long does it take for content marketing to work? Honestly, say it depends on the channel you are using. There is no specific answer. Like in the case of Travel Triangle I mentioned earlier, the example that I gave you, they were focusing entirely on SEO. So their strategy was long term. That was to rank on the Google search results for all their keywords. So for them it was a slow process, like 6 months or a couple of years, or maybe 2 to 3 years, because SEO takes time. And that also depends on the level of knowledge you have about search engine optimization and the kind of backlinks you are making. But if you are an e-commerce website or something, or someone who is selling a physical product or even a service, and you need instant results, then you have to go for the paid ads like Facebook ad, Google ads, or any other channel depending on where your customer is. In that case, you need instant results, so you'll be going for the paid ads. But then again, if you're selling an expensive item, if you're selling a high-end coaching or an expensive video course, then you need multiple touch points. You need your customer or a prospective customer to trust you. In that case as well, content marketing will play a very important role, because you'll be showing them testimonials, you'll be showing them the value of your content, and also giving them a lot of free value. Only then will they be able to trust you to buy your expensive program. So there's no set answer for how long does it take, but it depends on the channel you are using. So this is where I will end this content marketing video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to make it clear for all of you what content marketing is and how you can incorporate content marketing in your efforts of digital marketing. And as always, I'll mention and end this video like by doing everything, not just looking at the video and thinking, okay, I understood it, I'll be able to do it. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to incorporate, you have to practice everything on your blog. I have been mentioning this in I think almost all the videos, that practice is the only thing that will make you a good digital marketer. I don't want anyone in my Facebook group or in our community to just be a beginner or a novice digital marketer. I want all of you to be a digital marketing expert, and that will only take place if you practice everything that I teach you. And also I'm taking all the time in the world to take the Facebook Live, answer all your questions, help you out in any possible way. So please guys, I would really love if you practice everything and really share your results in the Facebook group. It helps a lot. I'll see you in the next video.
Hey guys, I hope you liked this lesson on this fairly new field of content marketing. Tomorrow we have another important lesson for you called email marketing. Guys, email marketing is one of the biggest revenue driver for me. Like, what is an email list? How to build an email list? Or rather, how to even make money from your email list? I will be talking all about this in the next lesson.